I'm back. I'm back. Flavor by flavor. Episode 3. my bad. My bad. Um I'm co- I am currently co-parenting, so I had to stop the live. I didn't know the father of my child was pulling up with my child at the time, so I had to go ahead and go. He didn't send me a message, so I asked him, please. But back to what we were talking about, the revolving doors and negative cycles that we go through, right? We have to learn ourselves and understand our feelings or why we respond to the way that we do to certain things. This is a part of self-reflecting. That's what I was talking about before I ended the live. Self-reflection. Past events and people tend to live rent-free in our heads. I know you've heard that before, and what that means is the things and people that have affected us in a negative way or put us in these negative cycles, we continue to think about it every day, all the time. A revolving door, over and over and over. We continue to think about these things. We have to learn to live in the moment and deal with everything head on as they happen. That's another thing I was talking about before I ended the live, dealing with things as they happen. As someone makes you feel uncomfortable and you don't know why, and you just want to sit and ponder on it instead of asking why, and that continues on and on and on and on, when all you have to do is just ask them, address it, check it, whatever you may need to do. Operate day to day on a level that allows you to experience life from a higher perspective. Be optimistic instead of pessimistic. Being optimistic involves you thinking about things positively. This could happen for me. My dreams could come true. Not whenever you think about doing something, it's being pessimistic is like, I really want to jump back into doing music or art or cooking or anything that you dream of doing. You want to get back, you think about wanting to get back into it, and then you instantly think about, but what if they don't like me? But what if it turns out bad? But what if this happens? What if that happens? That is being pessimistic. We have to learn to be optimistic. We are learning to think about things in a higher perspective, breaking cycles, breaking these negative cycles that are causing us to go on these revolving negative cycles, okay? We're trying to break those. The revolving doors have to stop. These are hurting you. They're hurting you. If you do not identify it, if you do not self-reflect, learn yourself, if you don't do all of these things, you can continue to stay in these negative cycles that are affecting you negatively. Okay? Self-reflect. Go home. Think about your day. Think about the things that happened in your day, just that day. Think about your day. Think about the things you felt in that day, the things that, anything for that day, however it may have made you feel. Think about that. Self-reflect. And then figure out why it made you feel that way. This is a part of learning yourself, self-reflecting. Hey, baby. Hey, mama. Think about these things. Try to learn. Hi. You see what I'm doing? Give me that. Come here. But yeah, think about those things. Self-reflect. Learn yourself. You want to say hi? Say hi. This is why I had to end the last live early and jumping back on and a little discombobulated. I'm co-parenting. I had to go get my baby from outside. I didn't know she was on the way, or I would have waited a little bit to start the live. But we're jumping back into it. Say hi. Look. Say hi. Hi. We're teaching. We're teaching. You want to touch the microphone? All right. Go watch Ariel. Okay. But yeah, self-reflecting, learning ourselves. Once we start to learn ourselves and learn how to transmute the energy that we have accumulated over the day, at least, then we can learn how to break some of these negative cycles. But it's all about being able to identify when you're in these negative cycles instead of just being down in these negative cycles and creating even deeper depression that you're already going through. We have to learn ourselves, learn to self-reflect, learn what to do with the energy that you had for the day. Check things, not even just check it, but ask questions, address things. If you're going through something with people or your boss or coworkers or anything, you don't have to just keep turning the other cheek, but you don't have, if you don't align with going off anymore or you're working on being a better person, it's not about, you don't always just have to turn the other cheek, but you can ask questions. What did you mean by that? I feel like, but you said this to me and it made me feel like you meant this. And I don't want to lean into my own understanding of what you meant. So can you explain to me what you meant by saying this, instead of going home and thinking, this is why he said that, this is why she said that, this is why they did this. No, you don't have to do that to yourself. You're hurting yourself by doing that. You can actually ask them what they meant. Ask them what they meant. And take their answer, whether you believe it or not, and go about your business. Go pray about it. Go meditate on it. Go do all of that. After you get the information that you asked or seeked or whatnot, try to let it go. We don't have to continue to carry every single negative thing that happened to us that day, or continue to carry all the negative things that have happened to us in the past. By carrying that and walking around with that every day, that is what is keeping you in this negative state of mind. Keeping you from breaking out of these cycles, keeping you into the same cycles over and over again. You may feel like you continue to come across the same type of people over and over and over and over, and you're tired of it. These are some of the reasons. Bag lady, if you have tuned into Flavor by Favor before, you have heard me talk about bag lady. You gonna break your back carrying all those things like that. You have to empty out your bag. Empty out your bag. The things you are carrying around every day inside that is affecting you negatively. You have to see, learn, or get out and get the help you need so that you can learn how to deal with that and get that energy up out you so you don't have to carry it. You have to be able, you are going to go through things. It may be an everyday thing. One part of the day, something makes you mad every day. That's life. But you don't have to walk around and carry that and still be thinking about it next week. Holding on to these things are hurting us. And I say us because I still do it too. I'm learning. I'm still learning. This is why I'm speaking on it. I'm trying to tell you guys the things that I'm learning as the things that I've been through in my life and what I have learned and how I'm learning to transmute that energy. What you doing, baby? Yeah? Yeah, she likes to grab my grandpa's picture. May he rest peacefully. She grabs the same picture every time over and over. But like I'm saying, walking around carrying these things every day is not leaving room for you to deal with other things that are going to happen in the future days coming or whatnot. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all. This is her favorite picture right here. This is my grandpa. She never met him. He passed years ago. She's only one. Here, baby. Go watch Ariel. But yeah, I be getting off track sometimes. I love my baby. But we don't have to carry those things. And I'm glad that I showed her, and y'all can see she's one of the reasons I have worked even harder to release some of this excess baggage I've carried over the years from things that I've been through, because I want to give her the best of me. So I'm learning how to release those things. So I'm trying to let you guys know on some of the things you can do to get past these things, because I do these things. I self-reflect, especially on those days that you get home and feel like, oh my God, it was the worst. Why was it like this? Why did I feel this way? Why did I allow myself to get sucked into this? You know what I mean? Those types of things are what I come home and self-reflect on. And it's not in I hate life. No, that ain't my self-reflecting days. Sometimes it used to be, but those aren't how my self-reflection days go anymore. I've learned to reflect, understand why it made me feel this way, and what I need to do moving forward. So I'm trying to give you guys some of the steps to the things that I have been through. and work through. Everything is not meant to destroy you. Everything is not meant to throw you 500,000 miles off of course, the course you've set for yourself, or the course that you feel that your higher source has put you on the path. You know what I mean? Everything is not meant for that. Most of the things we go through are lessons. Lessons. Some of us don't like to learn, but yes, some of it is just lessons. Yes, operate day to day on a level that allows you to experience life from a higher perspective. Work on you so that you can truly see yourself from a higher perspective. Work on you so that you can truly see yourself in a higher perspective. Not work on you so that everybody else can think or see you in a higher perspective, because that's not how it works. You don't know what kind of vision people are looking at you through or judging you through. So don't do that. Don't do that. Learn to not digest the things that people say and do to you. So don't take it so personally. Learn to digest things differently. It may cause you to develop some unhealthy, self-defeating thoughts and behaviors that take you further away from who you truly are. So we have to learn how to digest things in a different manner. If someone doesn't like you, and we are adults, we're grown, everybody does not have to like us. Everybody does not have to understand us. This is some of the biggest problems that we face, is because we think everybody is supposed to like us. Everybody is supposed to understand us. No, that is not realistic, and that is holding you back and keeping you in a negative cycle if that's what you're working towards. I'm not working towards pleasing everybody. I used to be a people pleaser until I started learning that that could come from past traumas and you trying to avoid a negative response that you have gotten in the past. That's what I was learning, that a lot of my people pleasing comes from. Everybody is different. Thank you, baby. I'll keep it up here with me. It seems like you want Papa up here with me. But yes, this is the things that I work on. I wanted to break these negative cycles. It took a while for me to start identifying these negative cycles. One of the things I did realize when I did start seeing the people pleasing thing, it wasn't about just doing what I think you think I'm supposed to do, but I'm a person who likes to give 110% to everything that I do, not just half-ass things. I am someone who will get the job done, go above and beyond, but the above and beyond was never about you. It was always about me and how I wanted to carry myself and things like that. But I was learning, as I learn more about myself, intentionally start to learn more and more about myself. I started to learn that people pleasing came from a past trauma for me. It fit for me. It came from a past trauma of wanting to get avoiding the negative response from anybody. So I just wanted to do my job, show up, keep my head down, go about my business, and get out and go home. So I was stuck in that type of mind frame. You just get in this little box. It's like a protective box, and you just work. I'm just gonna work, focus, and that's it. I'm not listening to the negative thing you gotta say. I'm not, you know what I mean? And it just a negative cycle over and over and over and over, instead of dealing with the things that were really affecting me, but I didn't know about the things that were really affecting me, or the things from my past, the traumas from my past that were still affecting me. You don't know until you go on that self-reflection journey. The journey back to yourself, your true self. And I like to say that the journey back to your true self, because a lot of the times when we don't put in the work on ourselves, we don't truly see ourselves. And we unintentionally have picked up traits or characteristics from the things that we have been through, and we have unintentionally found ways to maneuver through life to protect ourselves from that things, but we actually put ourselves in a box and don't allow ourselves to truly grow the way that we need to when we do that. So I wasn't allowing myself to truly grow. I was just, this happened like this, so this is how I'm gonna start moving. This happened like this, so that takes you further and further and further and further away from who you truly are. So I am in the process of learning how to stop living like that. I want to continue to be my true authentic self. I believe my true authentic self is amazing. I've put in the work. So I had to stop letting people tell me from their perspective. You know what I mean? I talk to God. I talk to my higher source. I make sure that I'm on point because of my higher source. I'm not afraid of what you gonna say, what you gonna do. I'm afraid of what God and my higher source is gonna do. I'm more afraid of the bad karma that comes from me not being my true authentic self, by me adding these layers on, these protective layers onto my true authentic self based off of the things that I've been through. I don't have to live like that, so I'm starting to stop living like that. Katie, waiting, come here. I'm sorry to do this. All right, my bad. I'm sorry. I'm back. But yes, I had developed some traits and characteristics that I walked around with unintentionally. For example, I have been on a journey of chasing dreams for years, and then I took a break. I had my baby. I've been through other things, so I took a break and just jumped full throttle into the corporate world or whatnot. And as someone who chases your dreams, you don't always feel like you fit into those businesses, those corporate environments, those 9-to-5 jobs. Sometimes you don't feel like you fit into that when you've lived a life of chasing your dreams and moving around, maneuvering in control of your life, your time, your all of that. So I have had jobs with bosses where they project. They'll be having a bad day. They'll come in and project that onto you, you know, have an attitude and all of that. And I used to be that one that internalized everything. You know, it's not always about us, but I internalized everything. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not talking to nobody. I'm just going to go into work and just be quiet and they don't take that as what you're trying to do. They just see that as a weakness. Oh, this person is going to come give 100% no matter what I say and do to them and things like that. That's how you start to feel, and it don't have to be like that. It don't have to be like that at all. So I myself am still working on myself, but I can tell you that I have been on this journey for a few years, and I'm finally starting to see the progress in it. And the point of me doing it in the first place was just so that I wanted to learn how to not let people have control of my feelings. Like if they do something to me, I don't have to spend all my time and energy wondering why or internalizing why they did this to me. I don't have to live like that. We sometimes tiptoe at these jobs because we need the paycheck, we need to pay our bills, we need this, we need that. We need to have faith also. You need to be at work doing your job and doing the best that you can no matter what. I usually have had a job whenever I'm in the corporate world, dealing with people, working with people. So it's harder for me to, just because my boss made me mad, it's hard for me to turn around and not do my job just because my boss made me mad. I'm not trying to live like that. And you don't have to live like that at all. You maneuver how you maneuver because it's how you choose to, not based off of what other people have said and done to you. So that's what I've been working on. But learn to digest the things that people say and do to you. Learn to digest it differently. It's not always about you. Yes, you can check it, you can turn the other cheek, but don't go home and just sit and self-soak on things. Don't do that. You don't have to do that. Revolving doors and negative cycles, we are releasing these things. If you're somebody who wants to break the generational curses, you have to learn how to release these negative things that are affecting you negatively and keeping you in these cycles. You have to learn how to release. We have to learn how to correctly digest the things that are happening to us day to day. If we know we're putting in the work on ourselves, we know we're not out here attacking anybody, we're not trying to make someone's day bad, we're not trying to do any of that, then we shouldn't be internalizing when people are treating us however they feel like they're treating us. We can address it and tell them, yeah, you can always address something and try to change the way the energy is about it or how you feel about it. It doesn't have to, everything does not have to push you into that depression or anxiety or any of that. One of my other problems was I always felt like I had to rush. I had to be on the move. I was always trying to rush and beat everything fast, while trying to digest and release the things that are not serving me the way it's supposed to. So right now I'm learning to slow down and I can still get it done how I need to, but I don't have to stress about it or let it give me anxiety or make me feel like, oh my God, if I don't get this done right now at this hour, I'm learning that I didn't have to live like that. I don't have to live like that. So the biggest thing about these revolving doors and negative cycles is that you have to be working on yourself so you can be able to identify these things. Work on yourself enough to be able to identify these things. All right, let's move on because we're almost finished. This is my second time going live. I had to stop and do something different on the first one real quick. But if we do not learn how to close out these cycles or digest the energies that are happening to us, we could possibly develop negative behaviors from that, such as avoidance or not wanting to engage with people. I talked earlier about putting yourself in this little protective box and not realizing that you're in it, not being able to trust people, wanting to harm yourself, putting yourself in a protective box and locking away the key. I lived like that for years as a response to the things that I was going through. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't give you the outcome that you think it's going to give you. You end up still feeling drained. You end up so far away from your authentic self that it takes work to get back to your authentic self, okay? You don't have to live in a box just to feel protected. Learn yourself, reflect, get in alignment with your higher purpose, your higher self, God, your higher source, whatever you believe in. Get in alignment with that. Speak life over your life. Be optimistic, not pessimistic. All of these things. Now, we are coming to a close. I'm sorry I had to end the first live early, but I did come back on and try to pick up where I left off. But you guys make sure you have an amazing evening. This is Flavored by Favor. I will put both videos together and be posting that sometime tomorrow or this week. So you guys make sure you have an amazing night. This is Flavored by Favor. I am Miss Black, the covered one, led to inspire. You guys be on the lookout for next week's episode and have a wonderful evening. Much love.